Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Branden. Branden is slightly respelled version of Brandon, a name which often gets associated with the Irish Brendan. The Bran versus Bran prefix is a little tricky. Brandon, and thus Brandon, is typically connected with a surname derived from a couple of place names in England. Originally rendered as Brandon, these villages date back over 1,000 years and take their name from the Old English words Broom meaning broom, in reference to a thorny bush, the twigs from which were used to make brooms, and dun, which referred to a down, a treeless hill. These old medieval hamlets would have been named Brandon for a characteristic topographical feature of their landscape, i.e., Broom Hill. Names with the Bran prefix, however, are considered more Irish Gaelic, from Brendan, probably borrowed from the Welsh Brynhin, meaning prince. In summary, the Bran prefix is considered English while the Bran names are more Irish. Although they sound so similar, they are often all considered variants of one another. Personality of the boy named Brandon. The number 4 personality is marked by stability and discipline. This is the personality that follows the rules and is conservative by nature. They have an earthbound energy that prefers to build things methodically on top of firm foundations. They don't cut corners. 4s take their time and don't like to be hurried. But the outcome of their endeavors is likely to result in some strong and useful structure, which makes them great engineers and inventors. 4s are anything but frivolous or controversial. This is a trustworthy, straightforward personality that embodies dedication and organization. They are the backbone and anchor in their relationships, careers, and communities. They are tidy, punctual, and full of integrity. Hard work comes naturally to a 4, and they are immensely reliable. This is the personality you can always count on. Popularity of the boy named Brandon. The Brandon spelling has been around since 1970, following Brandon, which first appeared in 1950. Brandon just followed the success of the more commonly used Brandon, which became a top 100 choice in the 1970s. In fact, Brandon achieved super popularity in the early 1990s when he held position number 6 on the charts from 1994 to 1996, perhaps influenced by the TV character Brandon Walsh on Beverly Hills 90210. Brandon hasn't fared as well on the charts, but he has been riding the coattails of his big brother and mimicking his overall success, just to a much lesser extent. So many of the baby boy names seem to blur into each other: Brandon, Brendan, Braden, Braylon, Brennan, etc. Not to mention their many respective respellings. It gets a little confusing. It really must come down to specific sound preference. Quick facts on Brandon. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 986. Pronunciation, Brandn. Simple meaning, Broom Hill. Characteristics of Brandon. Studious, practical, solid, dependable, conservative, industrious, hardworking. Cultural references to the baby name, Brandon. Famous people named Brandon. Brandon Orr, college football player; Brandon Steineckert, punk rock musician.